Hey guys, it's Rumblin Man today, coming to you from Florida. Yeah, I'm not in my usual location today. I am actually at Seminole Music and Sound right here on Park Boulevard in Seminole, Florida. And what a great music shop this is. I want to thank Jeff for his help today, and John for helping me out, helping the channel out, and allowing me to review a couple instruments. These are great guys, great customer service. If you want to pick up a great Fender bass or Fender guitar or another brand, come on in. Or why don't you check them out on the web, Facebook, Seminole Music and Sound on Facebook. Because of John and the gang here at Seminole Music, I got to demo a Fender P bass not long ago, and it was the Player Series. And after the success of that demo and all the views it got and everything, figured that it was about time that we do a review of its counterpart as well, the Fender Player Series Jazz Bass. The Player Series guitars and basses came out this year, 2018, and very cool instruments. This new line did basically replace the production of the Made in Mexico Standard series from Fender, and I think they've done a wonderful job. One thing that I know, not only from reading but from playing these basses and the guitars as well, is that they definitely kept one foot in the past while looking forward to the future. These are kind of modern takes on vintage designs. The jazz bass is such an iconic symbol. You know, if you look at famous bass players like Larry Graham, Marcus Miller, even Flea lately, you see a lot of jazz basses, and I could name hundreds and hundreds of others. The Fender jazz bass is just a wonderful instrument. The roundness you get with the balance of these two pickups is just an unmistakably beautiful sound for a bass. So I'm very honored to get to demo this today. Before I play it a little more, let's go over a few of the specs real quick. We've got an alder body with a gloss finish. These two single coil pickups are Fender's new Player Series pickups. This color is a newer blue color that you haven't really seen around a whole lot lately. That's the Tide Pool color. We've got a maple neck with a maple fretboard. And one thing I always want to know when I'm wondering about a guitar or a bass is how the neck feels or what the finish is. So on the back, we've got a satin urethane finish, which you can glide along really smoothly. And then the front, on the fretboard itself, is going to be a gloss urethane finish, which is kind of that more vintage kind of feeling that I like so much. We got Fender's open gear tuning machines. We also have this F-stamped backplate. One very cool thing about this body is that it's a more traditional body than you see these days. Hand-shaped to Fender's original specifications for the jazz bass. And I think that's really cool, the way that they nod to the past like that and make sure that they keep vintage elements intact with these basses. Modern C-shaped neck, 20 frets, black dot inlays. These are medium jumbo frets, and the nut is going to be synthetic bone. One thing I think I talked about a little bit in a recent review of one of their P basses, or maybe I mentioned it in a different video, was that you kind of get to a tighter width down here on the jazz basses, whereas P bass, is going to have a thicker neck. This nut width is 1.5 inches or 38.1 millimeters for you guys in other countries that use the metric system. 34-inch scale length, and we have a standard truss rod here with a 3/16 hex adjustment. So enough of how it feels, which is great. Let's hear how it sounds. Let me do a few more demos real quick. One sound that the jazz bass is completely ideal for, in my opinion, is slapping genres that use that kind of stuff. And in fact, I think it was Larry Graham, when he first started doing those slap bass videos, playing a white jazz bass. It's just an unmistakably great sound. So I'm going to play a little bit of slap reggae funk on this jazz bass real quick here and see how it sounds. One reason that people often choose a precision bass is the growl they get with that beautiful Fender Precision bass pickup. But can the jazz bass get close? Can it have a similar tone? Well, let's just play with the neck pickup. a little groove that I played not too long ago when I reviewed the player P bass, a similar Motown-ish groove. And let's kind of see if we can get that kind of sound we all love so much. When you're playing, you know, with both pickups, what a nice round tone. Man, it's got that nice treble to it. Bridge pickup a little bit here, or well, yeah, bridge pickup down there is going to be where our treble comes from. And of course you got the neck pickup. Just a very nicely balanced instrument here. When it comes to, you know, bass guitars, especially jazz basses, you know, whereas a lot of people say you get what you pay for, you know, I think that sometimes, you know, there's a great Mexican-made alternative to the American guitars. And while this is, you know, one of the Mexican-made player series, it doesn't have the same price tag as the American guitars. I just can't find it in myself to call this lesser of a bass. It's still just a fabulous bass. So if you're thinking about taking the plunge on a great jazz bass but don't want to spend a fortune, I certainly recommend coming down to Seminole Music here in Florida and giving this a try, or your nearest music store. I certainly recommend the player basses. They rock. You know, when I think of pick playing like punk rock and various styles where you're just, you know, you got to pick and you're just digging in with the bass, I usually think of a P bass, but actually a jazz bass does a great job as well. I believe Bill Lean from Gin Blossoms does a lot of pick playing in those great songs, and I think on quite a bit of it he uses a jazz bass. So real quick, let's do one of my skater style pick bass riffs, and let's see how this jazz bass sounds with both pickups and the tone wide open. As always, God bless you guys, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Rumblin' Man Music channel today. If you enjoyed this demo, go on and give me a thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, because I really want to get up to 4,000. That's a milestone I really want to reach soon. Make sure to check out Seminole Music and Sound on the web. And again, big thanks to you guys for helping me out today. It's been really cool just to kind of hang here at the shop. Also, you can like me on Facebook at facebook.com/rumblinman. I post a lot of content. I repost a lot of these videos there, but I also post some pictures when I'm playing shows here and there, and just some cool things about music and stuff. I've got a number of more YouTube demos to film, and it's just a matter of getting them done and getting them up here. I wish I had more time to make these videos. It's like between playing music and doing my worship ministry job, everything is so crazy busy, but you can help me make time and get some equipment upgrades so that we can make the best out of the Rumblin' Man channel and come out with new content on a regular basis if you support me on Patreon or on PayPal. Thanks again for your support of the Rumblin' Man channel, and I'll see you on the next video.